Good morning, everybody. It's August the 7th. My name's Darlene. I have Parkinson's disease. And today I'm going to do a tag. I was tagged by Kelly and Kevin from Life of a Millwife. And it's called What Do You Call It or How Do You Say It Challenge. So I'm going to answer my best questions that I can and see what I come up with. All right. I think there's 20 questions. I wrote them down here, and I will put them in the description below as well. What do you call it, or how do you say it, if you're cooking food on an outside grill? Well, I call it a barbecue. There's probably many words for it, but we just call it a barbecue. And I miss doing it because we don't have an outside area here. We don't have a balcony or anything, so I do miss that. Anyway, the second one, what do you call it or how do you say it? A carbonated beverage. I'm very old-fashioned. I call it a soda. I think most people here in Canada call it pop, but I've always called it soda. It doesn't matter which flavor. It's just all soda. 3, the thing you push your groceries around in, I call it a cart. It's my grocery cart. Number 4, bugs that light up at night. I would call them ugly, is what I would call them, because I don't like bugs. But if I was going to give them the actual name, I think they're called lightning bugs. That's what we would call them as kids. We'd call them the lightning bugs. Then can't read my writing. Pecan. I would pronounce that pecan. I've heard it different ways, but I would say pecan. The last piece of bread in a loaf, that would be the heel. And it's the best part of the loaf, if you ask me. I love the heel, especially on homemade bread. Oh my. Yes, definitely like the heel. Caramel. I think I'd say caramel. Caramel. I think I would say caramel, but whatever comes out of my lips, I guess, when that happens. Athletic footwear. I'd call them runners. I'm going to just waylay for just 2 seconds. My cousin Diane, they moved here from Ireland when we were in grade 12. And they have their own way of saying things and whatnot. Not that ours is right and theirs is wrong, because theirs might be right and ours might be wrong. But she came over and she kept saying Adidas instead of Adidas. And I thought it was the funniest thing in the world, this Adidas. So when it came to athletic footwear, I would probably jokingly call it Adidas. But in real life, we call it runners. If you're watching, Diane, hi. Little lobster-looking creature in freshwater streams. Well, I'd call that delicious. They're crayfish, and they're delicious. Absolutely delicious. It's like eating little mini shrimps or something. They're really good. But anyway, crayfish. A water tap inside or outside? Well, outside I would call it a spigot, and inside I would probably call it a tap. But if it was outside, it would be a spigot. That's the best water in the world. Put your lips to the spigot. The liquid that makes your car run. That would be gas. Expensive and not worth the price, but that's what you need to pay. Gas. Space at the back of your trunk. Isn't that where you hold your bodies? Isn't that what No, I guess not, no. Erase that. We'd call it a trunk. Okay, I think I'm a comedian and I'm not, so I'll just go back to answering the questions. The light that regulates traffic. Well, that would be a traffic light. The place you buy alcohol from. That would be the liquor store. The liquor store? Or what do you call it? Yeah, I think you would call it the liquor store. Go to the liquor store, yes. Yeah. The thing you use to switch your TV on. Well, in our house, it's called a buzz box. But most people would say remote control. But we've always said, where's the buzz box? I have no idea why we called it that, but that's what we always did call it. The place you get your medicine. Well, in my growing up family, we always called it the druggist. If you need to go to get your medicine, you go to the druggist. And I still catch myself saying the druggist. But in actual fact, I think they're pharmacies. But if I'm not watching what I say, I'll call it the druggist. And if I am watching what I say the pharmacy. Breakfast that you eat with syrup. Pancakes. I love pancakes too. And they're so easy. That's a very good supper, like just make some pancakes and ham. It's really good. The thing that gets you information about streets and roads. Well, that'd be a map for me. I don't have any of these special gadgets. It'd be a map. The machine you get money from. Well, that would be an ATM. To me, that would be an ATM. Okay. Sweet on a stick. Well, we would call that a lolly. I think the full name would be lollipop, but we would call it a lolly. And those are the 20 questions. I hope I got most of them right. I'm supposed to tag somebody else. I've never done this before, so I'm supposed to tag somebody else. So I'm going to tag Penguin and the chef. So I hope they enjoy doing it. And just before we go, I want to give you a wonderful update. This little patch thing that I've been wearing here, this is new. This is a medicine that I have just started trying. And I've had it maybe a week and a half or so. And at first I didn't think it was doing anything. And I was told it was going to be like magic to me. And I thought, I want the magic, but I'm not getting the magic. Well, last night, the magic has started. And I have prayed to the Lord if he would only just give me one night's sleep. Start to finish, just one night. That's all I would ask. My prayers were answered last night. I went to bed at 10 o'clock. I only woke up one time. I went to the washroom and went right back to bed. I didn't have to wait for medicines in the nighttime or anything. I just went back to sleep, and I slept until just before 6 this morning. It was the nicest feeling. And then I took my 6 o'clock meds, and every 3 hours I have to take them, and usually my 6 o'clock meds by 8 o'clock, they are not working, and I'm sitting, and then I'll sit for 45 minutes before I take my next dose of medicine. And I sit all frozen up and everything. This morning, I didn't get frozen up. I had a little bit of slower movement, but I didn't get froze up. And I got all the way through to 9:15 when I remembered to take my 9 o'clock tablets. And I took my 9 o'clock tablets, and I'm moving since then. This is wonderful. Now I know it's not going to last. I'm well aware of that. But I will take it for however long I can get it. And I just wanted to update you that I had such a good night's sleep last night, and praise the Lord, he answered that prayer. Thank you very much. Talk to you tomorrow.